Welcome everybody to Covina High School Theater featuring the 2026 Jazz Band. Thank you for coming here today. We're here to give you two wonderful sets of music. We've been working very hard preparing some jazz standards that hopefully are to your enjoyment, but I think they are because they're your students, they're your kids, right? So we're gonna love it. At any time, don't feel pressured. You could get up at any time to attend our concession with drinks and food. Just get up, go, and we will have an intermission, but chances are at that moment it might be a little bit more long lines, right? So don't worry about us, you do your thing. It's not having to move in between. So we will get started here. So the jazz band, what is the jazz music? The jazz music is the longest genre of music in the United States. It is a fusion of many different types of genres throughout its time, developing from Latin music, bossa nova, bebop, straight blues, and we will try to give you a little bit of all that as the students are also doing their improvisations and learning that craft. It is a very difficult thing. It's like what I'm doing right now, just making it up on the spot and hoping you guys aren't criticizing me, but that is exactly what jazz is. So although we do have sheet music in front of us, there's many times that how they feel, what comes to their mind, and then goes on to their fingers where they try to get the right sound through the chord progressions that are occurring underneath. The songs may not sound, well, it depends, your age, but they may not be like familiar, but there is a common ground within the spectrum of the jazz program. And I really believe that jazz is a very essential element in the high school because it puts you out there, puts you on the spot for this type of music. Okay, are we ready to get going? We're ready? All right. So we'll start by introducing myself for those of you that may not know who I am. I am the director of bands here at Covina High School. This is year 26 beautiful years working here. This is the first time we've ever performed here, presenting our jazz program. So I told our students earlier outside, you guys are the pioneers. This is the first time it's going to be in a very intimate setting. We're right in your face. This also means that we are learning. So please, if the acoustics, the sound is a little bit too much, just maybe go a little further back. We'll try to make adjustments as we're learning, okay? So, but the music should be very good. We're gonna start with a very jazz standard, St. Louis Blues. This has been in our repertoire for some years now. And we are gonna feature, not very known, the instrument of the harmonica. When this young man came into the program and he says, I play the harmonica and I want to join the marching band and the jazz band, I'm like, oh, whoa, I don't know how we're gonna do with that. But it ends up, I don't know what I'm gonna do without him once he's out here. So he's a very talented young man. That's gonna be June Lin on the harmonica. Here we have Matthew Rodella on the trombone. And I believe first time playing in our program as well for the jazz ensemble. We have Ruben Landeros on the drum set. So we do have a lot of first timers here, and this was one of my youngest groups, But I think what they do best is they listen. And they got a lot better. I had longer hair, I had like less hair. And I go, hey, we're almost there, because it's starting to come back. So I think enjoy St. Louis Blues. Here we go. This is going to feature June, Matthew, and Ruben. One, two, three. composer from Antonio Carlos Jobim, probably mostly known for the girl from Ipanema. He became popular because he met someone here in the States, Frank Sinatra. And together they fused the big band sound and the bossa nova sound. The chord progressions work very well in jazz, the way it kind of transitions just a little bit lower. So let's see that. And on this is entitled Agua de Beber, translated water to drink, featuring alto saxophone, Xavi Hernandez. And on trumpet, Mr. Ming Feng. There we go. I think we could turn the sound on. It wasn't on. 1, 2, 3, and... That was Xavi Hernandez on the alto saxophone, Ming Feng on the trumpet. Now something more on the Latin rock side. Give me more highs on that very light. It's entitled Pick It Up. This is going to feature senior on Barry saxophone, Isabel Izzy Gonzalez. inside thing. This is one of those, I think we call them inside jokes. So every year when we're supposed to, like, what do we wear? And it's like, it's all black, okay? And I think we don't have the Pioneer. We have what his name was Spundin, right? What was it, Elliot? Spundin, yeah. So he came in a maroon burgundy, and we had our concert, and I go, it was all black. Well, I didn't get the message, and well, what can we do? Then the next year, another kid does it, but this time on purpose. This is like, it's funny. And I go, what? Oh, that's right, you reminded me. So they're keeping a tradition of not following the rules. That's okay, sometimes we have to break the rules. So there you have it. That explains that. We had a question. She's not going to sing. She's not going to do anything different. She's not collecting tickets. She's just being her. Okay. You ready? Kick it up. 2, 1, 2, 3, and... All right, I like that little panic moment and dropping music and just recovered like a chant. Perfect. Isabel Gonzalez, everyone. Very okay, I do want to point out we do have 2 percussionists. They're switching off on drum set. So on that last tune, that was Gabriel Baluyu. His little drum fills were from him, from his little heart. Okay, from the Jungle Book, the monkey song, I Want to Be Like You. This is going to feature Juan Padilla on the trumpet, Anthony Rivera on the trombone, and Matthew, insert middle name here, Garcia. All right, this one should be a familiar one. 1966. Very. Whoa, that's a disaster. One, two, a one, two. All right. Awkward silence over. Excellent. Yes, that's, I want to be like you, but then again, who doesn't, right? Excellent, excellent job. Juan Padilla on the trumpet, Matthew Rodetta on the trombone. Nice little trumpet solo right there at the end. Excellent, excellent. Great rhythm, like I told you, it crosses. There's a lot of genres coming together. Also, our next one, this is Josue Soto on the Barry saxophone. Another Latin rock, like a cha-cha feel fusion with the Beatles, entitled Day Trip. John Lennon, right? Paul McCartney. Here we go. So you got it. Ready? That's it. One, two, one, two, three, Josue Soto. He was not sure, but he did it. He went. All right. Okay, continuing with a fusion with popular songs. This next one's going to feature on alto saxophone, Xavi Hernandez. On trumpet, Juan Padilla. And on the drum set, Ruben Landeros. In 1963, this composer, probably known for more of the jazz style of music for songs like Days of Wines and Roses. He also did a very popular theme song for a show called The Pink Panther. This is Henry Mancini's The Pink Panther Mambo. 1, 2, 3. composition. Who was it? That was Chavi Hernandez on the alto saxophone. That was on the trumpet. Ruben Maduro was on the drum set. All right, like I said, this is a young group, but we are going to try to highlight some of our seniors today. We have 3 seniors up here. Yes. Our first senior spotlight goes to Isabel Izzy Gonzalez. That's my student. Yay. Izzy has come a long way when she first entered this program. Very, very shy. Well, maybe I didn't know her well, but she was kind of afraid to improvise and do all that. And now she kind of opened up, became a leader. She's actually one of our drum majors here at Covina. After high school, Isabel plans to attend Mount SAC, where she will then shortly, in a heartbeat, transfer to UCLA. She would like to major in criminal justice. That's exactly what I said. And her goals are to hopefully one day become a lawyer, emphasizing the criminal law. So you never know, you might want to take your number now, maybe somewhere down the path, you might fall into some accusations or something like that. You're gonna deal with, man, I saw you at the Jazz Bash. I need help. Okay. Well, this song is gonna feature, this is actually one of the first songs she soloed on. She was on tenor saxophone at the time. So this time she will be doing her solo on the Barry sax, as she's kind of moved up over here to a much robust instrument. And this song is entitled Mamacita. It means banana. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. we're actually going to end our first set. This is our first set for this evening. With this one, we will feature. What do we have? Are we doing a repeat now? Okay. On the harmonica, June Lynn. We'll have a bass solo, Madeline Franco. Alto sax solo, Xavi Hernandez. And a short 4-minute solo will be by Ruben Landeros on the drums. Okay, so we'll leave you with this one. It's entitled Slight Derangement. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, we're back. That was a quick little sound check. Caribbean dance that was. Didn't feature anyone, it was just a nice little fun tune. But this next song will feature I think it's time for a senior spotlight again, right? Okay, senior spotlight. Our second of 3 seniors. Her name is Kate Paul. Kate Paul will be attending Irvine. Not only does he play the tenor sax, wait, Kate Paul, where are you? They're probably looking at who's Kate Paul. That's Kate Paul. She also plays the baritone and the euphonium in our marching band and concert band, respectively. She plans to major in biology, and she will be entering the field of medicine. Okay, so you have your lawyer, you have your doctor. That was a good trip there. Okay, this next tune is entitled Midnight Alley. It will feature Kate Paul on the tenor saxophone, as well as Juan Padilla on the trumpet. Okay, Kate Ball, the tenor saxophone. Paul Padilla. Another little fusion with a little Harry Potter. You won't recognize it, but it's just entitled Hogwarts Stomp. So that's probably what they were jamming in their schools or whatever after the owl came in and delivered their mail and they told them you're a wizard, Harry. Okay. Hogwarts Stomp. This is a blues shuffle featuring on the harmonica, the jazz harmonica, June Lin. And then on drum set, Ruben Whiplash Landeros. Mr. June Lin. Woo! And a little bit of Ruben. All right. Woo! And that was a new tune we pulled out like not too long ago. We like to always, our book is filled with songs. We just kind of have a nice repertoire of music. And that one was back from 2000. I remember like, whoa. So now, another Jungle Book song. It's not going to feature anyone, but it should be familiar. This is The Bare Necessities. All right, the bare necessities. All right, that was a fun tune. I kind of featured mostly our trombone section over here. We got CovinaHighJazzBash2026, we have Jason on the slide trombone. That's a very difficult instrument. It's not just pressing a key and hoping. No, you gotta know what you're doing. Yeah. Our third and final senior spotlight moment. Okay, we have Madeline Franco. So Madeline's unique story is that has been our only member that has started since the 6th grade. That was 2019 in the marching band. She won her first medal, probably the youngest person to win a Dance America medal. She accomplished that. So this is now year 7 of a long road of just music. And Maddie will be attending Cal State Fullerton, where she would like to continue in music as well as digital art. So she's very artistic. She wants to go into that field, and maybe one day either work for Disneyland, hence all the Disney songs we're doing here, kind of like a little side note. A little Disney, higher. Or teach. One or the other is fantastic, believe me. song is very difficult for a lot of us, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. It's gonna, not too many songs are written for the bass, they're usually the foundation, as well as the drums and the piano. We're just kind of supporting our instrumentalists, but this one is gonna feature Matty on the electric bass. It's entitled Another One for Ray Brown, a bass player for the Duke Ellington Band. A lot of popular songs there, and I guess that's it. You ready? Here we go. Another one for Ray. One, two, three, and... Our entire saxophone section in the front here had a nice sax solo in that piece. Another one for Rick. This is Matty Turkman on the electric bass. She also plays the mellophone in our musical programs. Just yesterday, she was at the second round competition. A lot of talent there, a lot of talent. The only brass player, so it's really hard to compete a brass player with like strings and piano players, and there was a double bass, so that was represented very well, very good performance, so congratulations on that. Woo! And we'll continue here. This is going to be Xavi Hernandez on the alto saxophone. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's the title of the piece, can I be honest with you? You mean you better. Very good. A 1, 2, 3, and. On the alto sax. Okay, now we're going to try something different. Remember, so we are going to get our trumpet player, and we drew straws in the back, so he kind of lost on this one. So now he needs to play the electric guitar. Woo! So this is more of a heavy metal jazz.
Yeah.
I do want to apologize ahead of time. As we're kind of pioneering this heavy metal with this jazz. So Juan Padilla on the electric guitar. It's entitled Steampunk. like to remind our students that they literally are the best of the best that Covina has to offer. And a lot of people don't understand how difficult it is to, one, play your instrument, two, have the confidence to play in front of a lot of people. And as close to being perfect. We have to really strive for perfection to be at least pleasing to the ear. And that's really, really hard, not to mention all the different styles and genres and the duration of playing the music. If something were to ever happen to any of these kids, I cannot replace them. They're irreplaceable. They picked up a talent years back, they stuck with it through the help and support of you, family members, parents, friends, for them to, in today's social construct, to do and stay with something that I believe is very positive, and I think it brings out the best of you. That I think a lot of activities do when you do it right, and I think this is something that I hope they're going to remember and cherish. So thank you so much for being a wonderful audience to them and giving them the support. Not only attending today, but being part of their journey, not only through their musical journey, but their academic journey as they go through what will be a milestone for a lot of them very shortly, actually, with the graduation ahead, and then those challenging years. So thank you for that. So with that, a little applause to our audience, and thank you for supporting and coming here tonight for our 2026 Jazz Bash. And before I forget, obviously, our wonderful booster parents, many of them, they do have kids in the program. Some even don't, and they're still here, and they've been supported for many years, especially during a time of downfall in the arts. And we're trying to keep the live entertainment going for sure. And in a structure like the high school is very hard to do because we are responsible for everything that we do. Any trips we take, anything out of state, any tournaments, equipment, we are responsible for it. The classroom is what I get paid for, but the journeys that they do and the hard work and the leadership position that they earn, that backbone of it is called our band boosters. So if we could please thank our boosters for that. Our sound person had to step in. Ms. Franco, she's also a teacher here, ASL teacher at Covina. Also, are we related? I think we are related. That's possible. Well, the monsters on the our alumni that come back and support, thank you for keeping that tradition. You know the hard work it takes, and you know what it means to give the applause and to receive the applause. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming. Any faculty and staff that's here, we also thank you. We excuse our kids for activities at times, and sometimes they do miss our academics, but honestly, I got the top students right here. I got the best of the best. We're good. Our next tune, At the Buzzer. This is a song, once again, back in 2000. I like to bring this back. It just kind of reminded me of the good old days. Very up-tempo swing. It's going to feature, once again, June Lin on the harmonica, Matthew Rodela on the slide trombone, and Ruben Landeros on the drum. This is At the Buzzer. ladies and gentlemen, with this one, we will excuse ourselves for this evening. Thank you for being part of the 2026 Jazz Bash here at the theater in the Black Box of Covina High School. I'm all ears for feedback. And for those of you that have been with us for a couple of years in the past, we did it outside on the quad area, and this is the first time, like I said, it's here. And this is something that's like, oh, you guys love it? Let me know. We'll love to continue bringing music to you. Okay. And with that, we will dismiss ourselves with the Big Band Theory, a straight ahead swing. Ready, guys? We're okay? We're almost there. We're at the end. Here we go. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Big band. your chairs if you won the prize. I don't know. We'll do that this year. Maybe